Welcome everybody to your Mental Matters podcast. I am your host, Gwen, and today we have a co-host.
Hi, I'm Ashley.
Today we are going to be talking about energy and letting go. We should do a lot of that. But first, I have on my mental podcast hoodie. Merch will be out soon, Thanks to Monica McNeil. Shout out to you. I appreciate it for making it for me. Also, we will be trying some sea moss because it is good for you, and we are on a health streak, and we are trying to get better, to live better, to be better, and to start with that, it starts within you first. So, if you want to get into the sea moss, we can do that.
Understand.
We'll be doing crazy stuff a lot. I'll have more guests coming. I'm locking in a lot of people that want to come on and talk about your mental matters. As I've said before, this is a safe space. This is a safe haven. This is where you can come to feel like you're loved. You're not alone. We all have bad days. I am going to talk to you about an experience that I just went through that caused me to postpone doing my videos, because in order for me to be able to relate to you guys, I have to let you guys know who I am truly. So I will be discussing that before we get into talking about energies and letting go, because all of that is intertwining. But let's get to the sea moss.
And this is what it looks like.
We also got this from Monica McNeil. I'm going to put her website and stuff in my link up under the description, so you guys can get on her website and try it out for yourself.
Wow. I'm nervous, I'm not even gonna lie.
I am too. Was I supposed to get that one?
Yeah.
That was a little scoop.
This is what it looks like.
It's like a purple looking color. If you guys can see it, it's a purple looking color.
Jello-y.
Yeah, it looks like Jello, like a nice gelato.
I'm nervous.
I am too, but here's to good health.
Bon appetit. It ain't got no taste. It don't taste like nothing.
It I don't like squishy. Like, I don't eat. I don't.
Once again, this is what it looks like.
It's healthy though, so
Go copy that. Everything's organic.
Go copy that?
Yeah. Everything's organic.
Go cop it or go copy it?
Oh, yeah. Copy. You know what I mean. All day.
It doesn't have a taste. It doesn't have, it's just, if you're not used to like gummy-ish type of stuff, like gooey-ish, I can't quite get what I'm saying. It doesn't have a bad taste. It's not something that I wouldn't continue to keep doing because of the taste, because I am, but you're gonna have to get used to of it.
Yeah, definitely.
But all in all, I give it a 10.
Yeah, I give it a 10 just from what it does.
Yeah.
I can look over the way it tastes.
Yeah, I'll give it a 10. Now, on to the importance of this podcast. You guys, if some of you guys have not tuned in, and to all you new people that are just subscribing to my channel, I told you guys in my first episode that I suffer from anxiety and PTSD. I went through one of the worst stages of my life the past 2 weeks, to where I couldn't function within myself. I did not know what was going on. I was happy one minute, the very next minute, I'm talking about like in the course of like 5 minutes, my whole entire body just felt miserable. I felt lonely, distorted, confused, hurt. I was in pain, and I didn't know where the pain was coming from. I was angry, and I didn't know where the anger was coming from. I was going through so many things that it was driving me literally insane, and I couldn't sleep for about 4 days. I decided to tell somebody. I told Ashley, and then I went and got some help. If there is a way for you to go get help and you feel as though you cannot go on anymore, you feel like you're alone, you feel like you're just too overwhelmed, there really is help out there. I am on a path to seeking my own self, and the first thing for me to do is to learn how to heal from everything that I went through in my life, that I caused to myself and that others have caused to me. It ain't just about other people, because I've done more damage to myself than people probably have. I don't know, but I'm on that journey to find out. And the first step was for me to really say that I honestly needed some help. And I went to go and seek the help. I will be starting therapy, and I am on antidepressants now. So I said that to say this, that I'm telling you guys this because I know that there are people out there that feel exactly the way I do, and somebody might not be able to go and get that help, and you might not be able to describe exactly what you're feeling like. I can't even explain what was going on with me, but I knew I needed help. I knew that I felt like if I didn't get help, something could have happened. Like it was sad. It was really sad for me to be such a positive person, because I try to encourage people. I try to keep people uplifted. I try my best to give as much positive energy as I can. And for me to feel like I have none at all, it was draining me. I felt real lifeless. I felt lifeless, and I couldn't fight for myself. So I had to get some help. But okay. Today is a good day. I've had a couple of days that were actually good. I'm starting to get back on the right track. I will keep you guys posted when I start therapy and stuff, because again, we all are a family, and this is not just for me to help you guys heal. It's also to help me heal as well, because you guys can teach me things and I can teach you things, and together we can be okay. Do you have anything to say? I don't want to just make the podcast about me just talking. If that was the case, wouldn't I need you being here?
Okay. As she was saying, we've literally been on a roller coaster ride with our emotions in these last 2 weeks. And we've both been dealing with different things. And sometimes I don't want to burden her, and sometimes she feel like she don't want to burden me, even though it's not a burden. But when y'all both are going through situations, who else are you going to talk to about it? You have to think about that. Are you going to just sit there and deal with it mentally, or are you going to go get help for it? And I know some people, don't be wanting to tell their business and stuff, but that's the only way you're going to get help.
That's always going to be a problem. If people always feel as though that they have to keep quiet, they're only self-sabotaging themselves. They're only making themselves subject to the pain. And I know for a fact, because I did it myself, you can't make yourself to blame, which leads me into me talking about energy. Energy. I feel that I have good energy. I feel that you have good energy, but there's a lot of energy out here in this world that people have to understand that it's more deeper than you think. My energy could be awesome today, with her energy being off today, but with her sitting beside me, her energy could play off to me, and then my night could be bad because her energy was off, and it came and it started messing with my energy. You can be in a car getting in somebody else's car and their energy could have been bad, and you not even known that their energy was actually bad before you got inside their car. And when you sit inside their seat, you got their energy. Like, you just got it. And
you're mad for no reason.
Yeah.
Don't know why you're mad. Now you're wondering why you're mad.
You gotta be into that, be in your own positive energy, in your own positive aura, and you do get hints about these energies with people. Some people are just naive and gullible enough, and they feel so like alone that they just gotta deal with it. We've all played the fool to that before, that we just dealt with people energy just because you felt like you had to. You don't have to.
Whether that's friends, family, anybody that's causing you to be unsettled, that's a bad energy you don't need in your life. I don't care who it is.
Yeah, even if it's you need to let you go.
Yeah, go do some soul searching.
If it's you that's giving you your own bad energy, because your energy, you attract what you are. And if you always negative, you're going to attract negative things. And sometimes you can't help being intertwined with that, because the devil will come and mess with you if you are a positive spirit. But those battles, because those battles don't last as long. But just negative people, and you are negative all the time, you're always going to be into something negative, because their energy is just always negative. And you got to be mindful. That leads me back to saying in my first episode, being mindful about being aware of the things that are around you, even within yourself, because again, the stuff starts within yourself. It really, really does. Letting go. I did an exercise the other day to let go of everything, and I didn't want to look at it anymore. I didn't want to think about it anymore. I didn't want to deal with it anymore. I didn't want to hurt about it anymore. I didn't want to be angry about it anymore, because it's done started to create a life of its own in my mind, in my heart, in my feelings, in my work, in the way that I am. It's creating a life of its own, and it's not a positive piece of life. It's taking everything that I know that is good within me, and it's draining it to continue to be negative in my life. So I had to go and learn to fight back. Something that I told myself that I would like for you guys to tell yourselves too, if you are feeling alone, that if you're just feeling just out of yourself, tell yourself, take my hand. I'll protect you. I've been saying that to myself for about 4 days, and I've never felt so safe, because I'm starting to see clearly for me. I'm starting to feel better for me. I let go of some things that caused a lot of pain, and I know that there are people out there that are holding on to traumatic experiences with family, financial situations, losing jobs. You might have had a custodial problem with your kids. You might have lost your kids. It's a lot of stuff that is going on, and you can't change what happened. You wish you could, We all wish we could. But you can't change it. And we can't keep sitting in that spot. We got to move on from that spot because it is making us miserable. And nobody has to deal with our misery but us. We have to get up every day and deal with that in our minds. We have to work with that in our minds. We have to be in relationships with that in our minds. And that stuff seeps off into how you are and how you're interacting with people and how you're getting through life. It plays a part whether you think that it isn't. It really, really is. You have to sometimes do a mirror challenge to yourself. I say that a lot when I'm trying to read somebody. I would tell them to go and do a mirror challenge to yourself, because I did it to myself one time and I was like, would you actually want to be with you in this moment? Because I know who I am. I know what I do, whether anybody's around or not. I know the person I am. But I had to go look at myself in the mirror and be like, would you actually be with you? Hell no, I wouldn't be with me. Because, bitch. Like, no, I wouldn't. I really wouldn't. But now, I definitely would. Now, I would. I love myself to death. I think that I'm awesome now. I was troubled before, but I'm feeling better now. But you have to learn to let go of things. And no matter how much you don't want to go back to it, it is definitely going to hurt to go to it and say bye. To say, I forgive you. To say, I'm letting you go. To say, you have no more power over me. To say that I'm better than you. To say that I'm stronger than you. To say, today I fight back. Today I'm taking my life back. It takes a lot for you to do it, and you don't have to do it immediately. Work into it. Start writing down things that you just feel like you just don't want to have no more. That is just tearing you up, that people don't know, because everybody fights a private battle that they are not telling somebody. They are. That they just feel like they just want to keep it to themselves. Everybody has that. And if you are, go to yourself, even if you have to text it so you can keep it to yourself and you might have nosy people around. Text it and save it, like lock it in your phone. Every day you think of something up until the moment where you feel like, today I'm going to set myself free. Write these things down. And when you get ready to do it, make sure that you know that you're completely at peace and that you don't want to grab it back. Because it's very, very easy for it to circle the block on you just to test you to see if you're going to grab it back. So make sure that you know for yourself that when I let this go, this is what I'm letting go of. And I'm going to take all of these empty boxes and I'm going to start filling these negative things with something positive. And again, it's not something that you do immediately, because I didn't do it immediately. She didn't do it immediately. There's a lot of people that's probably done it and they probably didn't do it immediately. Just take the time out to get into you, to see you. And start writing down those things you want to let go of. Because it's time to set yourself free. Why walk around with burdens on you that nobody is carrying? You're just carrying them. Just if there's nothing you can do about those things and they happened, and it is what it is, and it's not, and that's not to sound disrespectful, but it's to be honest and blunt, and I will be. It is what it is. I've had a lot of things that's happened in my life you would not believe, but it is what it is. That don't mean it's taking control of my life. That don't mean that I'm gonna let it take power over my life. It doesn't mean that it's going to gain any more of who I am, no more of my energy. And the best thing to do for you to have your energy is to start learning how to let go. That's what we want to do for this episode. We want to learn to put ourselves in very much positive energy, whether it's you got to go get into your own safe space and find your own zen, to find your own energy. We have, personally... Yeah, personally and, together as a family. But we have our own things. You have to find something for you. Go out and find something that's just yours that nobody can take away for you. And then you'll be able to start learning to see the things that you want to let go, because you'll start to see a clearer vision for yourself, because you'll start learning to love yourself a little bit better. I think that's like a lot of things with dealing with loving yourself. If you want to heal, that's because you love you.
Yeah, it definitely is. And I think we need to normalize hugging yourself, because some people need that hug. If you can't get it from somebody else, do it yourself.
How would you know what kind of love you was wanting in the first place if you couldn't give it to yourself in the first place?
Yeah.
You can't go out in this world and tell somebody what you want from them if you don't even know what you want from yourself.
That's what I'm saying. Be okay with who you are. And sometimes you need that hug. And it's okay to hug yourself. It's okay to hug your childhood self. Because a lot of people that has PTSD and anxiety, it's normally because of something that's been happened in their childhood. And sometimes you need to release that. You need to let yourself know, hey self, I love myself. I love you. You are smart. You are beautiful. You are me. So let's normalize that. I love myself right now. Not always, but right now I do.
And with her saying that about, your little self, go back and talk to your little self. Go tell your little self that, you're okay. Every day ain't rainbows, but you okay, you survived. Go tell that person you survived. Tell that little person to take your hand. That you're going to protect y'all. Y'all are going to be okay. That we're going to get through this, and we're all going to get through this as a family. We're going to do this together. We're going to make sure our healing journey is a positive one. It's going to be some bumpy roads along the way, but together we'll make it. I jumped on here to give you guys that. Again, I would like to say thanks to Monica for the hoodie, and for the sea moss. Her website will be in my description when I post the podcast up on YouTube. Like, share, subscribe, comment. We appreciate you guys tuning in with us today, and I hope to see you guys on the next episode where we will talk about motivation. As always, surround yourself with people of purpose and not purposely surround yourself with people. God bless.
Bye.